All right, third question. Fill in the blanks to declare two variables of type int and display the sum in their screen. All right, so let me make sure I uncomment this. So here we have two blanks, and I'm asking you guys to declare two ints, or rather to fill in to have two ints declare and have their sum displayed in the screen. So we have one fully declared and value assigned to it, and of course we need a second integer declared. So the blank in here is to make sure the y is also a data type integer, and then we want to display the sum. And so I had a blank in here, so you guys can just put the plus sign, and we expect to see the value of a times 15, which should be 23, and there it is. So it's the third question. Let's keep moving forward. So now we have our fourth question. It's in relations to a for loop, how you set up a for loop. So let's give that a try. So this was a syntax question, and I was giving you guys all the options that you would have needed. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 options here. So it's a for loop. So of course we need the keyword for, and then we need our conditions inside of the for loop brackets, parentheses. So this is just something you guys have to get used to seeing. This is how we declare for loops. For loops are very useful, and this is the syntax that they have, and so we're just choosing from the options where to place the syntax. So I hope you guys didn't miss that. You didn't have to come up with this. It was already given to you in the options. So no, not int, I less than 10, and we have that plus plus operator. Now if you guys look at this again, this loop here, even though it's for a while loop, it acts in the same way. We have a condition, that's the middle is our condition. We have our declaration of an integer that is related to the condition, and we have an increment in here. So rather than having this here, you know, and declare ahead of time the condition inside the while loop condition, and then an increment in the body of the while loop, this is sort of a shortcut to all of that. And for loops are used for this sort of looping. It's just if you're going to run your for loop a fixed amount of times, if you're going to run a loop a fixed amount of times, better be a for loop. It's just simpler, it's cleaner, it's just one line of code doing three things at the same time, and this is what developers use most of the time. But yeah, so you just have to choose from the options given to you, and that was all that was required for this. So if I run this, it's gonna write the value of I, and so each time I has a different value, right? My for loop runs 10 times, and it displays the value of I, and that was it. That was it for this fourth question. Let's move on to the fifth question. Question that people did not get right. No one got this right, and we're gonna see why. It was a trick question, and because no one got it right, I decided that I'm gonna make this question be some sort of curve for you guys. So it's everyone got points for this, but nobody got it right. So I'm just gonna run it, and we're gonna observe the value of b in the console. So it's 5. 5 is the correct answer. I think most people put 6, which I understand why. You're saying, hey, well, first of all, you know, this is misleading. B has the value of 6, right? But then b gets reassigned a value. B gets reassigned the value of a plus 1. Now, A has a value of 4, so obviously 4 plus 1. B has a value of 5 once it leaves this line of code. And if you add 1 to 5, which is what the plus plus operator would do, obviously you would expect to see 6. But the answer is 5. Now, what happens if I ask it to tell me what the value of B is a second time? You would see that now B has a value of 6. And it's not like it's increasing each time, right? If I ask it for B again, another 6 will pop up because that's the value of B. But not here. B, so I want to point out a for loop again. Okay? You guys see here is the plus plus operator. What happens when a for loop runs is I gets initialized as 0, and then it comes directly to ask the condition, is 0 less than 10? Yes. And then it comes here to increase the value of I. However, I doesn't get increased right away. Oddly enough, I has a value of 0 throughout the for loop because it's interacting with the for loop in such a way that